Yeah, good afternoon, guys. So I'm sharing my screen and we'll start today's session. So I will open Notepad and then so I give the summary what we discussed in the last session. So last session we started the file handling. So with the help of file handling, you can do the some operations like you can create the files, you can delete the files, and you can read the data. We can read the data and like we can identify based on the words you can identify the data. So these kind of operations you can perform, so I give the like some assignments also, like to create the files and to create the directories, to create the directories. The next second one we discussed about to write the data into the file. This one also we discussed about to write the data to the file. So these are the topics we discussed in the last session. So we will use the file class. So file is the predefined class which is available in the java.io package. So from that, I would say we can create the files and we can delete the files and we can write the data into the files. We can write the data into the files. We can write the data into the files. Okay, fine. So today what we will do, like if the file have any data and how you can read the data. For example, I will go and then I will create some file. For example, you can go with that location. So this is now I will create one file. For example, the file name I would like to give some person.txt or employee.txt. Any name you can give in your case. Employee.txt. This is the file. So in that file I am giving some text. In this file I am giving some data, like which is about mm, hi, good afternoon. Normal some text I am giving. Okay, normal some text I am giving. Hello. Now the file is employee.txt. In this file is having some dummy messages. Not only these two lines, you can assume the file might be having the multiple lines. My requirement is I need to read all my lines. So we can read the lines, the data which is available in the file, you can read in two ways. One is we can go with the file reader option, and in that we have the method that is the read method. If you go with the read method, then it can able to read only character one by one. So this file is having these many characters. If might be the file might be having the more than 100 lines. Okay, so if I go with the read option, then it will read the one by one character. So obviously the performance is very low. So that is the reason we can read the data line by line. If you want to read the data line by line, then we have the concept that is the buffer reader. So that buffer reader we discussed at the operators, the beginning time itself we discussed about the buffer reader. So with the help of buffer reader, we can able to read all the data line by line. So that I will show you, then you can get the clarity on it, how to read the data from the files. So now I am creating the class. You can take any file. So in my case I am taking the file as demo.java. You can take with the demo.java. Okay, demo.java, and then this is a normal file. Okay, So public class, the class name is the demo, and from here to here this is the scope of the class. Now you can take the main method. Main method you can take public static void main, and then you can take a string and aux, and this is the scope of the class. Scope of the class, inside the class, if you want to read the data from the file, there we have the one class, that is the predefined class, that is file reader. file reader So I am creating the object for the file reader, where the file reader is available. File reader is available in the java.io package. Java.io package. This class is available in the java.io package. Then you should mandatory mention the import statement. So import java.io dot star meaning all the classes I can able to access under this package, like interfaces and classes, all the packages I can able to access all the classes and interfaces, all the classes and interfaces all the classes and interfaces. Now here you should give the file name. So according to the file name is employee.txt. So I'm giving input as my file name. My file name is the employee.txt. Employee.txt. So simply I'm giving file name employee.txt. This is the file. From that file, whatever the content data will be there, I want to read that data. Because this file reader which is available coming from the java.io package, and from that so initial days we use the buffer reader, right? So buffer reader, so we can take the data from the keyboard using three ways. One is the scan class, second one is the buffer reader, third one is the command line arguments. So buffer reader needs one mediator, needs one assistant. That assistant name is the input stream reader. So at the time we can do the program like that. We took one input stream reader, and from that we took data. But in this case, so input stream reader, in case of instead of input stream reader, we are using the file reader. In that case, previous case, we took the data from the keyboard, but from now we are taking the data from the file. Now as of now, no need input stream reader. Now we are taking the data from the file reader directly. We are taking the data from the file, and that data we are giving to buffer reader. Buffered reader buffered reader, and we can create object for new buffer reader, okay. And this object you can pass into the this one buffer reader. So we are taking the data into the object fr object. That fr object we are giving as a parameter to the buffer reader. Now from that, okay, the data is coming to in this. Now the data is available here. Now I want to read the data line by line. So if I want to read the data line by line, then we have the method, that is the read line method. We have the method, that is the read line method. And what it will do, it will read the data line by line. And this method again I can store in some reference variable. And this is the reference variable, and this reference variable data type is the string. Okay, fine. Now it is read the data line by line, and all the data which is available in the line reference variable. Now I want to print all in line by line. So how can I print? So for that purpose we have the while method, while block. So until the condition is true, it will execute. So I'm taking the while block, and in that while block I'm taking the condition is, so if the file is not having anything, then obviously For example, if the file is in that file is there is no data, then obviously it will we can say that is the null. That is the null. Now here I am mentioning the condition. If my file is not null, if my file is not equal to null, then it should be execute until the null. Until the null it should execute. Okay, inside I am taking sysout statement system dot out dot println, and here I would like to mention the line. If I run this one, you can see the magic what will happen. So it will throw the exception. You can mention throws IO exception, throws IO exception. Okay, I can save this one. File reader, and which is coming from IO package, and so directly I am giving the star meaning all. I can able to access all the interfaces and classes available in the java.io package, and from that I am reading the like file reader and buffer reader. Both I am reading. Both I am reading, and this is the method which is used to read the lines one by one, and I took one while loop. So from that I can. So if I run this one, you can see here, for example, open command prompt, and java c demo.java demo.java, and the file has successfully compiled demo. So if you see, it is printing the same statements. Continuously it is printing the same statements. If I open my laptop after 10 years also, it will printing the continuously. Why? Because so this is the while block. Until the while block is false, until it will continuously it will iterate the loop. Continuously it will iterate the loop. Then how we can write the solution for that one? So simply inside while loop we can mention like I would say br dot readline method, br dot readline method, and equal to I'm mentioning line. So the controller first it will come this line, and it will print this one, and it will go to here, and it will load into the second line. It will load into the second line. So it will print that one, and after that line there is no lines, then it will be null. If it is the null, then I would say the condition will be satisfied. Then the block the controller will be got terminated. Control got terminated. So this is the purpose of this method is reading the next line and reinitializing the line variable. The purpose of this method is reading next line and reinitializing reinitializing line variable, reinitializing the line variable. So every time it is initialized with new line, new line. So that we can do by using this one only. Now okay, I can save the file. Now I can go to my command prompt. I will close this my command prompt. Again go to your file location, open cmd, and run java c and demo.java, java and demo, java and demo. See, hi, hello, hi, good afternoon, and hello. So like that, if the file contain like number of files also, if the file contain a number of files also, then we can able to read all the lines by using buffer reader. So that is the advantage with the buffer reader. That is the advantage with the buffer reader. So file reader is the predefined class, and so initially we took the mediator as the input stream reader in between the, so the buffer reader which is used to take the data from the keyboard, but it won't directly take the data from the keyboard. it need one assistant. That assistant name is the input stream reader. 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 But directly, if you want to read the data from the keyboard, then you can go with the input stream reader. But in this case, we are directly take the data from the file. Then we need file reader. File reader is the class which is available in the java.io package, and we are taking the file into, we are taking directly taking the file, and that file data we are storing in one object. That object we are passing as a input to the buffer reader class, and in the buffer reader class we have the method, that is the read line method. And if you take the read method, that is also work, but it will read uh, one by one character. If you go with the one by one character, obviously it will take a lot of time, so you will get the performance is also very slow. That is not at all recommended. So you have to read line by line, line by line. So that is the reason we will go with buffer reader. Buffer reader, which is used to read the data from the file line by line, line by line. That is the purpose of the read line method. And here the condition, what I am mentioning, the condition line not null. So line not null until if the file will be empty, then we can say that is the null. That is the null. Until the, until this condition is satisfied, then it has to iterate the loop. It has to iterate the loop. Okay, so system.out.println. So I am printing the variable, and this is the method, read line method, which is used to read in the next line and then initializing the line variable, reinitializing the line variable, reinitializing the line variable. So this is the thing. So from this, we know like how to create the files, and how to write the files, and how to take the data from the files, how to read the data from the files, how to read the files, data from the files. Also we can delete the files also. For example, if you want to delete the files, we can use the delete methods. We have the delete method. With that we can delete the methods. With that we can delete the method. For example, here I would like to create one file. Mm, I will create one file that I would like to mention, some raju.txt. If I want to delete this file, so I hope this is clear, right? If I want to delete that file, you can delete by using this is the main method, scope of the main method, and the file class, take a new file, and then, so in the last session we took create file, right? Then now we can mention raju.txt, raju.txt, and save the file. Now we can call the method, that is the delete method, delete method. So that delete method is also available in this file, in this file. So if you go with that class, then you can able to delete the there you can find out the methods. The help of this method you can able to delete the file. Now you can save the file, and you can go to the command prompt, open command prompt, and javacdemo.java, you can run that one, and then you can java and demo. Now you can go to the location. Now see, the file got removed, the file got removed, the file got removed. And in that, if you want to change any data in this file, that operations you can perform, but directly you cannot perform those operations directly on the file, directly on the file. So with the help of, we'll have the collections topic, So we will include the collection topic. With the help of collections topic, we can manipulate the data. We can manipulate the data, but directly you cannot manipulate the data. Directly you cannot manipulate the data. If you want to manipulate the data, so we have the collections like array list, linked list. So with the help of those data, with the help of those collections, we can manipulate the data. We can manipulate the data. So as of now, like we learned like how to create the files and how to create the directories and what are the files and directories are available under the given path, and how to read the data from the file, and the next thing is how to delete the files, how to delete the files. These are the things we learned. So how to data you can read in two ways, by using the characters and by using the line by line. If you go with the character base, it obviously it will take a lot of time. Obviously it will take a lot of time. Obviously it will take a lot of time. So that is the reason that is not at all recommended. That is not at all recommended. So we can read the data by using a line by line. We have the buffer reader that we will discuss in the starting sessions. How to read the data from the keyboard. Buffer reader is the one predefined class. With the help of buffer reader, we can able to read the data from the keyboard. Now in this case, what we are doing, buffer reader is the predefined class, and we are taking the data from the file reader. From that, we are taking the data, and then we are reading the data. We are reading the data. So these are the things we learned so far. Now here we have one more concept here in file handling. For example, like we have the serialization. What does it mean by serialization? Meaning, so converting Java object into a file is called serialization. Guys, 1 minute, guys. Yeah, guys, sorry guys. Oh, where is it? So where we are. Hmm, okay. Yeah, we are discussing about the file handling. So in that we have the serialization. Serialization, what does it mean by serialization meaning? Like for example, we write some Java programs, and that Java programs, we will all the information we will keep in one object. That data will be available at the running. For example, if you create, I will show you normal example. You can get the clarity on it. For example, public class demo. Demo is the class, and from here to here, this is the uh, scope of the class. Inside, I am taking main method like public static void main, and I would like to take string, and from here to here, this is the scope of main method. And in that, for example, we can assume this class having some properties like int id and string name, int id and string name. Next, now if I create the object for the class demo and new demo. Now this is also a local variable, right? So when the method is executing, the program is executing, the variable will be initialized, and once the execution is completed, and this will be reinitialized. Meaning the JVM will allocate the memory at the time of program execution only. Once the execution is completed, once execution is completed, then the JVM will remove from its memory. So this is also one temporary, like at the time of local variables, instance variables we discussed about the. This is also similar to one local variable, local variable. So the data will be available only at the program runtime only. Once the program is completed, or the program is completed, JVM will remove local variables from the memory. Local variables from the memory. So the thing is, the serialization main purpose is, so converting Java object into file is called serialization. So now D is having the properties like int ID and the string name. So this is the local variable, right? So I want to make it as the local. I want to make it as the permanent. Whatever the program I wrote, I want to keep all this object related data into one file. Into one file. So how you can do that? That we can possible by using the serialization. The purpose of serialization, converting Java object into file is called serialization. Converting Java object into file is called serialization. Serialization. So that I will take one class and then I will show you. You can get the better understanding. For example, here I am taking one class I will take, and then I will write just 1 second, guys. So serialization, normally I will create one file, for example, demo.java and text dot. Now I can take object person.java, and I would like to take some few of the details, and which is generally public class, person, and the person is having some properties. The properties are like int id and the string name, int id and string name, and next okay, these are the properties. And for this I would like to create one object, public, and where we can see main method. You can take main method, public static void main, and public static void main. Now we can take with the main method args, and from here to here, this is the scope of the class. This is the scope of the class. Now this is the scope of the class. Okay, now we can create the object for the current class, that is person p equal to new person, and new person. Okay, fine. Now I am assigning the values, which is like a p.id equal to some 200, and next we have p dot name equal to some name you can take, some Raju you can take. So I'm initialize the variables. Now my requirement is this object data I want to convert. I want to move to one file. So that is the permanent solution, right? Meaning whatever the properties the person is having, all the data I want to convert this Java object into file. So then how we can do that one? So for converting that one, we have the method, that is the file output stream reader. That is the file predefined method. File output stream reader, file output stream. This is the predefined, which is available in the java.io package, equal to I would say file output stream is the method, is the predefined class, and from that can give the file name. So whatever the file you want to convert, you can give the file name. For example, I want to convert this. I want to mention person.txt, meaning all the object data I want to transfer, I want to move, I want to convert to this file. Okay, person.txt. Now the next thing is file output stream, and the next one is, next we have object output stream also is the method, and I am creating object for the object outstream method, and this we can store in object output stream object out stream method, and in this method we are passing as this object, we are passing as a parameter to this method, to this method, to this method. Okay, now we can convert for converting the entire data object data into entire object data into, we have the one method, that is the write object method, that is the one method, that is the write object method. Now this entire object I am placing here. Okay, that we have the method, that is the write object method, that is OS, this variable name I am using, and we have the method, that is write object method, write object method, and you can pass this object, we can pass this as the object, and now the object is the object we are converting into one file, and this we are moving into this, the data we are, all the data, all the data we are keeping in this one, and that we are moving from Java program to this file. So for that purpose we have the method, that is the flush method. Flush method, we can use the flush method, and here we create, we make the connection, and here we should create we should close the connection. For closing the connection, dot close option, dot close option. Now for clarity purpose, here you can take two statements like system dot out dot println, println, and here you can mention some string format like serialization started, serialization started, and next here I will take serialization ended, serialization ended. You can save this one, and then these are coming from java.io package, right? So you have to import packages, that is import import java.io package, java.io. So I want to import all the classes and interfaces available in that package, so you can mention star symbol, and with that you can able to access all the interfaces or classes, all the interfaces or classes, all the interfaces and classes. Next, whenever you are creating the serializable, meaning converting the Java object into the file, then make sure we have to implement serializable interface, serializable interface, serializable interface, serializable interface. This is the interface you have to make sure, and now you can see the file name is the person.txt, and you can save the file, and can go to the command prompt wherever the file is available. You can go to that file location, open file, cmd, and now run the Java program, javac demo.java, and so file has successfully created, successfully compiled. Now we can run the file java and demo, java and demo, java demo, and we create the file name person.txt, right? New file output stream. person.txt. With that, is there any file is created? Person.txt, employee.txt, and it should be created. Second, you can check one more time. We took the person class, and we can change with the other name. I would say you can take with other name. Some raju.txt will take with the raju.txt. You can save the file. Object created, and we are using file output stream predefined class, and we are giving raju.txt, and then like object output stream we are creating that, we are giving as input to the here, and next this object we are passing here, and flush method, use flush method, and we open the loop here, and we are closing the loop here. We are closing the loop here. We are closing the loop here. That we can see. Now we again open command prompt. C Java C demo.java.
Sir, actually file name is person.java. Therefore, we are not getting creating new file.
So actually, this is the Java program, right?
Hmm.
This is the Java program. This Java program, I want to uh, I want to I will take another file. In that file, I want to keep all my object related data. So if I take the same name, then in the same file already a program is available, right? Got it what I'm saying? If I take the same name like person.java, already person.java, our Java program is available. Our Java program is available. Now we'll go with the person.txt. We'll take go with person.txt. Okay. And save the file. Now can go with the cmd command prompt java c demo dot java and java demo.
Sir, class name is person. We are using demo there in command prompt. We should not use class name as a
Yeah,
person.
yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Command prompt we are using this one actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm telling that thing. We are
yeah,
using another class name.
yeah, got it. Yeah. So open CMD. Now we can look for the person.java. So that can compile the file. Java C and person.java, and see here object output stream reader stream, and no object output stream. They both are coming from output stream. The class names are wrong. Output here, okay. Output stream. The class name is the output. Output. Okay. Save the file. Now what is second error?
Sir, file name is a person, sir. Yeah.
File name I took for person only, right?
Yeah, sir, you took file name person only. It's not
We
right.
can command prompt. Now we can run the file java c and the person dot java. Again, we can throw the exceptions. Just throwing the exception. Yes, you can go here, throw the exception. Save the file. Now again go to the command prompt. Java c person dot java, and file has successfully compiled. Now you can see Java, and the class name is person. See, serialization started and ended, meaning successfully we are converting Java object into file. Which file is that one? The file is person.txt. Person.txt. Now you can close the command prompt and you can go to that location. You can go to that location somewhere. See, person.txt. If you open that one, so this is which is in the format of byte code, bit and byte code. The main purpose of serialization is we are converting Java object into file. We are converting Java object into file. Then that is called serialization. We are converting our object, the data into. So while why we are creating like this, meaning we are choosing the permanent solution for storing our actual object data. So some like that we will create the .txt files and we will keep somewhere, and these files we can again we want to convert this .txt files to not I would say file to, we can back we are convert the file data to back to Java object. Then we have the deserialization. We can achieve that one by using deserialization, that we can do with serializations. So in the file handling, these are the concepts you have to have. You should be familiar with these areas, like how to read the data and how to I would say how to read the data. For example, in AEM, it will be one child page having multiple child pages. So there you can use the one object. With that object, you can retrieve all the child pages. We can retrieve all the child pages. So if you want to understand that one, so you have to familiar with these areas, file handling. You have to familiar with these areas, file handling. So in the Java, we can go with, and then you can look for their. You can take any, you can read any file data like HTML file you can read, and text file you can read, any file data you can read. So there are some, not only these methods, there are some predefined methods also available. Like you can look for how to read XML data, XML file in Java. XML file, any file you can look. So go to with any one. I would say DOM. So these are the steps. These are the steps, like how they are reading the data from the XML file. These are the steps. These are the steps. If you see here, this is the XML file they took, and they are reading the data from the XML file. If you go down, so this is the data. This is the Java program they wrote. So like this, generally in real-time scenarios also we'll be having the files, so we can read the data from the files, and we can so based on the requirement we can do the business logic, and then we will write the programs like that. This is the programs you can write. So when you have the spare time, you can please go through this document and can get some clarity on that. Can get some clarity on it. So that's it. So any other questions, anyone?
So can you tell once again deserialization?
Deserialization, like we are using here, the methods which is file output, right? Then we can, I will show you the program. Uh, show me a sample program deserialization. I will show you the sample program on it. The same process what we did by using this serialization started, serialization ended, deserialization started, and they wrote same thing in one line only. Yeah, here they took only output. Output meaning we are sending, we are converting Java object into the file, meaning we are sending the data into the file. So that is the reason they took output. Here we are, so already the data is available in the file, and we are taking the data from the file to from the file. So that is the reason they are taking the file input stream 5s, and again they are converting into the same process, file input stream and file input stream and object input stream, and they create one object. So read object is the method which is available in object input stream, and from that d2 dot they can read the objects. They can read the objects. Same methods, I would say file input stream and object input stream. Object input stream has the method that is the read object. Read object. Okay, that they are storing in T2 object, and T2 object, whatever the variables it is having, that we can retrieve. That we can display on the console. Like that we can get the values. Like that we can get the values. So please do practice, then you can get the clarity on it, like how to do the serialization and how to do the deserialization. Okay, please do the practice, then you can get the clarity on it. In the file, we cannot directly perform any operations on the file. We can, I would say, that we need collections. So through that collection topic, you can do the manipulations on the file data. Do the manipulations on the file data. Do the manipulations on the file data. So this is an overview of file handling. Any other questions, guys? So as soon as I would like to complete your syllabus, so I hope if possible I will take the more sessions, and then as soon as I will complete your syllabus as well. And you have the pending topics, collections, and servlets. These are the very important. So first we will complete the collections and servlets, and exceptions also. I will take one session, and then we'll complete as soon. Okay, so please do practice, and if you have any questions, you can ping me on chat. Okay. Any questions, guys? So please share your name.